Welcome to your first day of BPO training. Today I'm going to go over setting up your desktop and important websites that you're going to want to have. Okay? First, if everybody could right click, hit new, and go to folder and add a new folder on your desktop. And what I want you to do is I want you to name it BPO photos or pics. Okay? I already have this folder, so I put an extra S in here. And once you get into the file, what I want you to do is I want you to create these files. Okay? Well, how are you going to do this? Well, go ahead and go to your pictures and just select a picture of yourself, your family. It can be a random picture, and go ahead and save it multiple times as these different headings. Okay? I'm going to run down them very quickly because of the time constraints of this video recording. Address, back, front, gated. Listing comp 1 or L1, listing comp 2, L2, listing comp 3, L3, no picture. Sales comp 1, sales comp 2, sales comp 3, side, street, and street sign. Some of these are optional. You'll know which ones you're going to use a lot, and these are the ones that you're going to want to save on here. Okay? Let's move forward. So when you start doing BPOs, what you want is you want to use your whole screen. We recommend at least a 20-inch screen. I'm using a 24-inch screen. Oren is going to have two 24-inch screens that he works off of that are duly connected. Okay? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a couple Internet Explorer browsers. Alright? And I'm going to want them half the size. Okay? I'm going to open up my calculator because I'm going to need that. I'm going to go ahead and open up my BPO comments or my BPO cheat sheet for standard comments. Alright, and we're going to start going to websites now. So the first website that we should go to is where our work's at. So that's www.bpo.galanskygroup.com. Alright, enter your email and your password, log in. Alright, and it'll be split up between photo assignments and CMAs. Okay, just like right here. The next website you're going to want to go to is your MLS. So I'm going to go to SoCal MLS here. Alright, enter my login information. Okay, so I'm going to have the SoCal MLS open. I have my jobs open. I'm going to have my work site open where I actually enter the information in. elendersolutions.com. You'll get the login and password. So I'm going to log in. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match up the work that I have. So let's go to 1112 West Chateau Avenue in Anaheim. Okay. So first thing that I would do is I would search for it, and we really want you to go to the search tab and type in the address number of the property. Reason being is because once we've done these properties multiple times, we will have to come in below our last report's values. So it's important that we check to see if there was a prior report that we've done. Okay? We're going to go in this report so I can show you some shortcuts. These are all the directions. I recommend that you read these at least a couple times just to get familiar with them. If you do these training videos, I will cover everything that's required here in the training, but it's going to be duly beneficial if you read over this. Okay, it tells you what photos are needed, what your guidelines are. Alright, let's go into the report here though. So you scroll down to the bottom, there's going to be a drop down menu where it says select action. The action we want to select is complete order. Okay, and here we are. Alright, so now I'm going to also go to my distance website. The preferred distance website that we use is gpsvisualizer.com/calculators. Other ones that you can use are Yahoo Maps or Google Maps. Okay, but this is the easiest one to use and the quickest one for distance. Okay, so this is the preferred one. If I get an error or I get 0 miles here for this one, I will open up a Yahoo Maps or a Google Maps to find my distances. Okay, and let's see. So what I want to do is I'm going to finish up this video with shortcut keys. All right, and here, let me just go over real quick. These are standard BPO comments here. You will get this email to you, so you don't have to look at the screen and memorize these at all. Okay, but usually I have all these windows open. I have 2 Internet Explorer windows open, and I don't like getting past 4 or 5. So once I get to 4 or 5, I start closing some windows out. Okay. I have my calculator for GLA. The rule is that we have to bracket 20% up or down from the subject, so we want to make sure that we do that. It will get kicked back. We do not round. This is an exact number, so we do not want you rounding the GLA off 20% up and down. It will get flagged and it will get kicked back. Okay, so let's go over some shortcut keys and we'll end this lesson here. So first thing that we do is if you click in a block, you can enter your information in. Let's say that the inspection is being done tomorrow. So tomorrow's date is the 21st. All right. I recommend hitting the tab key here. Some people will actually come and select the next box. And that's pretty slow. What I recommend is just hitting the tab key. It brings you to the same spot. You enter your information in, and you hit the tab key again. And you can just tab straight through the report here, and if you memorize what the drop downs are like we have, this will be very, very quick for you. Alright, next thing we're going to go over is shift tab. If you hit shift tab, you can see that it's going the opposite way. Okay, so tab goes forward, shift tab goes backwards. So I'm holding down the shift button right now and I'm hitting the tab key. Okay, next shortcut we're going to go over is the copy paste features. So we're going to go over cut, copy, and paste. Alright, first is the cut. We're going to triple click here. When you triple click, it highlights the whole line. I'm going to press Control C to copy this, and then I can go somewhere and press Control V to paste that if I needed to. Okay, so not only am I going to use that in the report, but I'm going to use it to, for say, get distances. So I'm going to paste the address here, triple click, Control C, Control V again, paste there, right? You're going to use this a lot, and if you use this and you do it proficiently, it'll cut down on your BPO time. Okay, I think the only other thing we're going to go over right now is Control N. If you do have tempo, this probably won't help you out too much, but there are matrix-based MLSs in California, and if you have a matrix-based MLS, this will be golden for you. What you're going to want to do is hit Control N, and it's going to open up the same window. So for matrix, it'll actually open up the same window for you. If I'm actually in a search, and I do Control N, it won't open up the same window for me, as you can see here. But if you do have a matrix-based MLS, it will open up the exact same information in your search, so helps you expand your search. So if you do need a tutorial on that, we can customize it for you for matrix-based MLSs. Alright, that'll conclude today's lesson. So just to recap, we have the tab key, we have the shift tab key, we've got the triple click button, we've got Control C to copy, Control V to paste, we've got triple click, we've got Control X to cut, got Control V to paste. Alright, so that'll conclude our lesson for today. If you have any questions, please ask us about this lesson. Thank you.